Subscribe for more Reddit stories. Was cheated on while shopping for a wedding ring. Me, 22 male, and my girlfriend, 21 female, cheated on me while I was shopping for a ring. Background: me and my girlfriend have been together for around 4 years. I thought she loved me as much as I loved her, and worked so hard to be able to afford a beautiful ring despite my shitty job. We were also looking for an apartment to start living together, and with my salary, it was tight. Last week, I was really thinking about our future and decided to start looking for a ring. I couldn't afford something too expensive, but I was using some of my bank money. I found the perfect ring that I know she would love that fits my budget. The store that sold the ring was quite far, so I was planning on going next Sunday, but now I'm not sure what to do. A few days ago, I went to my girlfriend's house to find my girlfriend on the couch with some random guy. After he left, I asked her who that man was, and she said he was just a friend. I was suspicious, so I kept an eye out. 2 days ago, I went there again to give her dinner. I walked in the door to my girlfriend hooking up with a random guy who I didn't even know his name. I freaked out and demanded him to leave. I went ballistic, and she had no explanation. I stormed off. These past 2 days have only gotten texts from her family with apologies. She at least sends me 20 messages a day apologizing. What should I do? Deployed, cheated on, caught by mom. Well, as the title says, it's the movie Dear John, but in real life and without the letter. Instead, a text message from mom with a modern-day screenshot. I'm 20 male who has been dating this girl 19 female for 5 years. We dated all throughout high school and continued to do so after high school. I ended up joining the military after graduating, and we stayed together throughout the ordeal. I came back home for a bit, left, and checked into my unit, and almost immediately got sent on a deployment. Communication has been spotty at times, and the internet isn't always the best, so keeping up with my girlfriend and talking to her all the time has been challenging. I received a message, however, from my mom earlier today asking if I knew where my girlfriend was. I opened the message, which contained a screenshot of my former girlfriend's Instagram story of her in bed watching Netflix. My mother is super low-key on Instagram and does not post often. She usually only uses it to check up on my Instagram and see what I've been doing. Well, this ended up being a good thing for me because she was so low-key that when my ex-girlfriend hid her story from me, she forgot to also hide from my mother. At first, I thought it was normal darkroom Netflix that all these girls love to post until I realized it was my good friend's bedroom. It didn't take much of anything for me to realize what had probably happened or has been happening for a while since I've been gone, but like many people on here, I would have never guessed it would have happened to me. I didn't question either of them, and instead I pleaded with one of my best friends to please tell me the truth about what had happened while I was gone, and he eventually caved after I called him on FaceTime crying and pleading for him to tell the truth. I'm sickened, heartbroken, and distraught at the discovery and the fact that people who I considered to be my friends and would have my back betrayed me. For all my fellow brothers and sisters out there that don't get to see their significant other often, at least have your mother follow your significant other. It might save you the heartache. 19 years gone in one conversation. My 46 male, wife, 48 female, of 19 years told me about her friend setting her up on a blind date. She had a girls' night out with her friend, T. T set her up apparently with a guy that she had slept with a few weeks earlier. T was hooking up with someone else and set my wife up with the past hookup. My wife went out at 7 p.m. and came home at 3 a.m. that night. The confession came completely out of the blue. Said she was sorry, wants to work on our marriage, waterworks, begging forgiveness. She said that nothing happened between her and the guy because T had slept with him. She knew agreeing to meet with this guy was wrong and going to meet him was even worse. I don't believe that nothing happened like she was saying. She also said that the guy works at a sawmill and you make more money. That's why I'm the better option. Basically, she was confessing to actively trying to replace me. If she could find someone with a better paying job, this post would be much different. Not long after the girls' night out and before the confession, My wife and T had a total meltdown of their friendship. Suddenly, they went from best friends to T is a liar and she's jealous, according to my wife. I think the confession, or partial confession, was to keep T from telling me about her sleeping with the guy, gaslighting me on the truth of what really happened by telling me only partially about it. Only enough to look bad, but not the whole ugly truth of what happened. Honestly, I didn't need to be told everything that happened. Her story didn't add up. The holes in the story were too big. Little coincidences that occurred around that time put everything in perfect focus. When she told me about it, I lost all feeling for her. I just went numb, didn't even get angry. I'm done. Just working on my exit strategy at this point. Getting financials in order, place to move into, etc. It really sucks that she would be willing to throw away 19 years of marriage with no regard for anything, including our 2 children.